they tell me they have one, and they tell me it's PayPal. You know, it's okay to have PayPal. You can move funds to each other because everybody's used to that. But the future is get more methods, you know, payment methods. Don't, you know, as soon as you don't have the methods there, all of a sudden there's a blockage. Why not have the payment methods? It takes nothing to load them up. Just get familiar with it. It's just that people don't like change, John. And, you know, if we're going to grow and you want to grow with all these other countries on board, please get with the times.
Well, that's it, Frank. I mean, it comes down to, it's as simple as this. If there were two stores right across the street from each other selling the exact same thing, one of those stores only had one way that they could you could pay for the goods, and across the street they had 10 ways you could pay. Which store do you think is going to do more business? It's the same thing here. If you want to facilitate receiving donations quickly and easily from people all over the world, give them a variety of ways to donate to you. And there's many of those good options in your back office, and there's even more possible all over the world. So make it easy. If you want to receive donations, make it easy for people. I see Duncan's on there. Hey, Duncan, good to see you on there. And yeah, we've got them piling in from all over. There's Klaus from Costa Rica, piling in from all over Europe and the UK. Welcome, everybody. You know, Frank, this is a special call that we do every week. You know, it's our Wednesday international call. This is a time that works for so many people around the world. So it's usually one of our bigger calls. And you know, today we've got some tremendous stuff to share. There's Rebecca. Good stuff, Rebecca. You know, we've got numbers to share, updates to share, tools to share. You know, we've got a couple speakers on here that are just tearing this up. They're going to share with you how they're doing it. I mean, it's going to be a half hour of wild pandemonium coming up. So we always start right at the top of the hour. We're a little over 3 minutes away from getting started. If you've just jumped on, go ahead, type into the chat where you're calling in from. Frank, have you found Julie or Martin?
I have Martin on the call. Martin, you want to say a few words?
Hi, Frank. Yes, I'm here.
Hey, there you are, Martin. How are you, buddy?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
Very well. We're looking forward to hearing from you again today. You always do a great job.
Thanks very much.
You betcha. Any luck finding Julie yet, Frank?
No, I'm not sure if she's in there with another name or not, but I don't have a Julie yet.
Okay, Julie, if you're in there, maybe just send a message through chat if your name is anything other than Julie on your Zoom name, just so Frank can find you quick. Well, again, welcome everybody. This is our Wednesday International Impact 101 call. Very exciting call lined up for everybody. We're going to start here in just over 2 minutes. Some great information to share. If you don't see your teammates on here, reach out to them. Make sure that they jump on this call and get all the updates firsthand. Martin, maybe we could just have you mute your line for a second there if that's where that rustling's coming from. But we're going to start in just over 2 minutes. Jump into the chat. Let us know where you're calling in from.
Boy, we got them coming in from everywhere, don't we? We just got somebody from Illinois, Finland. Man, this is just great. All of these countries, I just love it. It's not only you know, Europeans coming on, the Americans are coming on. Everybody's just jumping on these calls. They're just so excited. But God, I just love seeing these different countries coming on, John.
I think that's my buddy Magnus from Finland. Just joined. Maybe the newest Impact or maybe not. It was about an hour ago. I'm sure we've got some more come on board since then. Welcome to the call, Magnus. We're going to have some fun, buddy.
John, we just got Julie on the call. You want to do a sound test with her? That'd be great.
Sure. Hey, Julie, can you say a few words? How are you today?
I'm brilliant. Yeah, from UK. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you great. Love that accent. And we're looking forward to hearing from you today, Julie.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you okay there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, looking forward to hearing you on the call.
Okay. Shall I leave it on?
Oh, you're cutting in and out on us a little bit there, Julie. Okay, well, hopefully she's going to get that sorted. Again, welcome everyone. This is
Okay, how's that?
Oh, there you are,
Is that better?
Julie. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Good. Sure? Yeah, it must be a bit of drag.
Okay, I can hear you there. No problem.
Okay.
Okay, if you could go ahead and mute your line, Julie, that'd be great. We're going to get started here in just a few seconds here, right at the top of the hour. If you've just joined us, go ahead, type into the chat where you're calling in from. We always love to hear from everybody. We are coming down the stretch. We're less than 30 seconds away, and we have got a half hour of action-packed information for you. So we're going to get started here shortly, and we're going to be moving once we do start. That's one thing you're going to see. There's no fluff here. We just get right to it. Okay, Frank, I see we're at the top of the hour. If you want to start recording, we'll get this underway. All right, well, hello everybody. John Van Dersen here from Canada. I'd like to welcome all of our impactors, all of our guests from all over the world to this call here today. As usual, we have an action-packed call lined up, and we're going to get right to it. So first off, let's talk about global. Today is day 91. We are 13 weeks old today. We already have impactors in 139 different countries in the world. In just the last week, we've added in impactors in 4 new countries, in Madagascar, Bulgaria, Greece, and the Maldives. That means we now have impactors in 71% of the world's countries, and we're 13 weeks old today. That's never happened for any company anywhere in any arena. It's incredible what's happening, and there's a global stampede underway, and it's for good reason. Number one, we've got exactly what the whole world is looking for. We give people the ability to raise unlimited funds for anything that a person wants to raise funds for. Number two, we have what the whole world can do. We just share the videos on our mobile landing pages and on our websites, and we let them do all the explaining for each of us. Number three, we've got a world-class company that gives us everything that we need so we can just go out and share this simply with the world. And number four, we have an outstanding group of Impact 101 members and leaders from all around the globe that have caught the vision on this, and they're there to share with everybody and to help anybody who wants to do something serious with this. And of course, number five, when you're at the start of a tidal wave, and that's what we have our hands on here right now, 13 weeks old, a global tidal wave, you've got timing in your favor. If you plug in, if you get on your surfboard and start paddling and catch that wave, dramatic changes can happen in your life. So we've got some great updates for you here today. I'm going to bring on my good friend and the president of Impact 101, Frank Servedio. Frank, could you maybe fill everybody in on what you and Hans and the whole IT team have got cooking for us?
Oh, I sure can, John. I'm just so excited. Things are just moving so quickly. It's just unbelievable. 139 countries. That's out of this world. And, I just want to thank, before we get started, I want to thank everybody for all the efforts. It's you that make it possible. We had this dream about Impact 101, and now it's all coming to fruition, and it's just phenomenal. I just can't thank the leaders, John, yourself, Joe, Hans, and I just really appreciate you guys, and you guys all motivate us in a big, big way. Things are moving quickly, and and everybody knows I say that numbers don't lie. Let's just start running through some things. And first and foremost, John, I want to talk about the Stars of the Week, the President's Cup. We put this on 4 weeks ago, and man, I'll tell you what, everybody has just woken up to this. We made some tweaks and some changes, and everybody's extremely excited. I want to congratulate each individual here, and I also want to congratulate the countries. Just unbelievable numbers that they've been able to attain. So, John, why don't you start announcing the winners for me, please?
Absolutely. Let's go with the top 10 impactors of the week. These people are tearing it up. Number 10 from the U.S., Clint. Number 9 from the U.S., Sky. Number 8 from the U.S., Angelo. Number 7 from the U.S., Bob. Number 6 from the US, Steve. Number 5 from the UK, Kelly. Number 4 from the UK, Anthony. Number 3, back to the US with Alvin. Number 2 impactor in the world, Rajiv from India this past week. And the number 1 impactor in the world is Cecil from the UK. Excellent job, everybody, and everybody else who's going at it out there. Let's look at the countries. We had quite a battle for that 10th place, Frank. We had New Zealand, Italy, Vietnam, Uganda, and Romania all battling for the 10th spot. But number 10 goes to Cyprus, first ever time in the top 10. Congratulations. Number 9, Holland, the Netherlands. Number 8, Belgium. Number 7, Ireland, first time ever in the top 10. Congratulations. Number 6, South Africa. Number 5, Australia. Number 4, Canada. Number 3, the UK. Number 2, India. And number 1, of course, the US. India and the US are just tearing this up, and everybody's coming to catch them. So congratulations to all of our winners. Well done. Back to you, Frank.
Yeah, it's just been an awesome week, and I want to thank everybody. Just great numbers, great week, great, to see different countries coming up, which is phenomenal. I could just see a big battle continuing, and UK made a really big move on the stars of the week, man. That's just phenomenal. I want to thank Duncan and Colin and Robert there and the crew, and Rebecca. They're just doing a great job. Just keep up the good work, guys. Way to become number 1 in the stars of the week. All right, let's continue on numbers. John, we've done a couple of things. A couple of weeks ago, you created a couple of great videos. Timing is everything in the 3 grids to freedom. I just want you to go through this and explain what's happening, because it's just been unbelievable. Ever since we've put these videos up, timing's everything and 3 grids for freedom, things have changed. So, John, talk about the numbers.
Well, Frank, all we do is we expose people to the videos. We reach out to someone, we say, have you got 3 minutes to see something spectacular? Have you got 3 minutes to see something that can change your life? If the answer is yes, we get them watching that Timing is Everything video. That power sorts people out quickly. Some get it, some don't. The ones who get it, we move them to the 3 grids to freedom plan, where it shows them the game plan of how they can start with multiple grids and really expedite their success here. And the results speak for themselves, Frank. You can look at the grids here. The top one is the grid percentages for this past week. The bottom one is from a couple weeks ago. So you can see this past week and understand all of these percentages are based on the total donation dollars that are going to the members out there. The number 1 grid is the $4,800 grid. Nearly 31% of all donation dollars are moving through that grid. Number 2 is the $2,400 grid. Number 3 is the $1,200. You can see going down the line. You can see number 7 is the $40 grid with 5.98%. Number 8, the $80 grid, 5.84. What this should tell you, if you've caught the vision on what we've got here, you want to be in as many of these grids as possible. They're all a separate donation stream to you, and you can see the more grids you're in, the more percentage of donations you have the ability to receive and share in. It takes the exact amount of work to talk to people about coming in with 1 grid as it does to coming in with 5 grids, but the difference to you can be huge if you're in more than 1 grid. So with that, I'll turn it back to you, Frank.
You know what, John, this is phenomenal, the numbers. Everybody caught the vision. Everybody moved up to the grids that they could afford. And what everybody needs to know, the company doesn't touch those funds. It's peer-to-peer and instant gratification. I'm going to say it one more time. Peer-to-peer and instant gratification doesn't get any better than that. You don't have to wait for a company holding your funds. You don't have to wait whether you're going to get it or not next month, whether it can make the pay plan, payment or not. You get it right away, folks. And people are starting to get it, John, and they're moving up the grids, which is fantastic. All right, guys, back to numbers, man. I cannot believe these numbers. They're just out of this world. You in US dollars, completed donation, 3.69 million. In the last 7 days, we did 1.79 million donations to each other, folks. It's out of this world. And the number of completed donations went from 23,500 plus to 3.6 up in 7 days. 3.6 thousand in 7 days. Page views, it's gone up from 3.96 million up 300,000, folks. Those are great numbers. Unique visits to sites, 678 up 41,000. These unique visits are really, really important, folks. And unique visits based on IP addresses up 35,000. They're going up every day by the thousands, guys. Donations are going up by the millions. I can't believe it in 7 days, John. What do you think of those numbers?
Well, Frank, if I'm looking at this, those first two lines jump off the page to me. I mean, I look at $1.7 million in donations received by members in the last 7 days. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm looking to get my share of that if I'm looking at this for the first time or I'm an existing member. Because, Frank, that amount represents the total amount of donations for the first 11 weeks alone. So you can see we are entering momentum here. There are massive amounts of donations happening. 3,600 separate donations made to members just in the last 7 weeks. And of course, all the traffic around the world. You could not be in a better place to capitalize on the wave that's happening. Back to you, Frank.
Well, John, as you well know, you can't stop momentum. Once it starts, it just keeps on going. And these numbers are phenomenal. And you guys are just doing a great job. So thank you so much for the numbers. Really appreciate it. Speaking more about numbers, you know, in case you don't know, Alexa traffic ranking here, it's a rough estimate of the site's popularity. And I'm going to say it again, the site's popularity, the ranking is calculated using combination of average daily visits to the site and page views on the site over the past 3 months. The site with the highest combination of visitors and the page views is ranked number one. And so that means the lower the number is, the better it is. Google, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and so on are the top 5. So let's just take a look at the numbers. And these are 3 peer-to-peer crowdfunding that are extremely pretty much identical. If you look from the left, there's one that's just, the numbers are going the wrong way. That's one of our competitors. And if you look in the middle, guess who that is? That is our site, guys. And I want to thank you for the numbers just keep getting better. You just continue to share with your mobile landing page, keep sharing your replicate sites, folks, and it just gets better. And then there's the third one that the numbers are going the wrong way as well. So Impact101, Impactors, thank you so much. These numbers are just phenomenal, and it's just, numbers don't lie, and our traffic's going up, and everything is in correlation to the great results that everybody's getting, John.
Yeah, that's it, Frank. I got one word to say about this. Again, momentum. Look at that middle graph. That's where we're headed. That's the wave you're on. Lock in and grab your piece. Back to you, Frank.
All right. I just want to, first languages that we've done here, Russian, Hebrew, French, German, Spanish, Mandarin, Cantonese, Hindi, Portuguese, Vietnamese, and Malay. I just want you to know these flags are on your mobile landing page. You could share your mobile landing page and a video will play in that particular language. We're working on the second language. Also want you to know that we're working on other languages, and I may have an Italian one up there pretty quick, sooner than I thought. So that's coming right around the corner. Also, we have languages coming in Dutch, Korean, and Thai, folks. We're just going through the voiceovers, and I just want to stay on. We are extremely close with the framework and the template to do the whole back office, the whole dashboard, back office, the whole replicate website, and the team is working around the clock. Once we get that finalized, things will start happening rather quickly. So just be patient with us. We know that this is a global company and global crowdfunding, so we want to do it properly. No robots. We want it done right. John, back to you.
Yeah, it's the languages, Frank. We're a global company. We're in 139 different countries right now with impactors. Lots of different languages out there. Everything is done right here. That's what makes this such a beautiful place to be, because everything is done right and built for longevity. Back to you, Frank.
Keyword there, longevity. We don't want to take shortcuts, John. We're here to stay, and this is the last thing I'm doing. I know that's the same thing for you, and a lot of other folks that are coming on here and leaders that we're getting from around the world are finally seeing it, and they're just going crazy with it. So it's just been phenomenal. Now, I just want just a new announcement for today, folks. We're here. We finally able to turn you guys loose and create your custom page. I've created a video which is in your resources videos there. You'll see it, how to build a custom page. I want everybody to know, for the first time, if you're on here, everybody gets a mobile landing page that's totally replicate to you, 100%. It's all built for you, do nothing. Once you become a member, you get one of these pages and you got a tool to share, to text, okay? Now, what you can do is, if you have another business, we don't care what it is, a brick and mortar, affiliate, whatever, create another page. And so what we've added this week, which I'm really excited, if you can see in the middle here, we got a blue button with 2 arrows. You could have a mobile landing page that you share at night, because that's what you do at night. And the day you lease cars, you can switch it into your actual car dealership. It all depends who your audience is. And then you can tell somebody you're leasing a car to, they might want to do some crowdfunding, and then tell them to click on the arrows. So there's so much here for you. And I've done a short video, how to build a custom page. There will be a manual probably by the end of this week. Also, step-by-step how to build them. They're actually very easy. I got a 20-minute video, how to build these pages. You want to talk about that, John, a bit? Touch on it?
Yeah, exactly. Frank, you're dealing with the guy here who just got over 8-track tapes. I'm not a techie. What I love about this is, number one, you see that one on the left there, the Impact 101 mobile landing page? I had that instantly the second I paid for my membership. I was shown exactly with the video in the back office how I could put it on my phone and how I could share it with the world. That's good enough for me. It's all custom designed for me. The next guy maybe wants to customize another one for another business. He's got that option here and he can take advantage of it. So it's all very, very powerful, great resources, Frank.
Yeah, thank you. And I just want everybody to know we were selling these mobile landing pages for $250 around the world, US. People are getting it for $40 for 2. So think about that, folks. So we have a product with our system. If anybody says, do you have a product? Yes, you do. We have a product to be able for you to crowdfund and through a mobile landing page. All right, let's keep going. I want everybody to know that their videos are there and you can see a custom mobile landing page and sharing. I also did a short video on how to share your mobile landing page with an Android. Please go watch those videos. You know, I just threw it together late at night just so that you had something. They're not professional. It's just me just trying to give you the knowledge of making sure that you maximize out of these tools. All right, we have Hindi and India just going crazy. We got a mobile. We actually have a PowerPoint in Hindi. We have it in Spanish. We have it in simple Chinese, and we're going to continue to put more and more folks. Please go to your resources, get up to speed with what's going on, and get somebody from these other countries who'll be blown away what has been happening there. So there you go. And John, we did this about 10 days ago, 2 weeks this Saturday. And India has changed overnight, and they're piling in like crazy. And I'm going to talk to these folks again tonight, and there's going to be another presentation on the 4th, and we're going there on the 7th. It's just absolutely exploding in India. John, did you see the excitement when we talked to these folks?
Oh, it was wild, Frank. It was 3:30 in the morning, our time, crawled out of bed, had a big rooster tail, half shaven, and these guys were going wild. I'll tell you, they had me wide awake. It was better than any coffee you could ever drink. Those guys are on fire over there, as people are right around the world. And I can tell you, think global. That is the key here. Everybody knows people all over the world. Let's gather it up.
You bet. I'm looking forward to the call tonight. So we also have a PowerPoint in Spanish, guys, and they're also going to be doing calls every week. I'm going to get a schedule. Don't have it yet. So please stay tuned there. So we're going to get some things happening in Spanish. Mobile landing page, I always want to share this just to make sure everybody knows the flags are there. Just make sure you click it, share, learn how to share it with your friends. It's just a phenomenal tool. It's one of the best tools. I haven't carried a business card forever, so you don't need a business card. All you do is ask for somebody for their number and text it to them. You'll see it in the short demonstration video that I did the other day. Please go into your resources and watch that for me. All right, I just want to make sure I don't bypass this. Want everybody to know that we have all the most important videos right on your mobile landing page and on your replicate site, right at the first page. Folks, make sure your phone number and email address is correct, okay? And then let the tools do the magic. And I want you to know, if you click on the reel, you'll get the timing is everything video, the 3 grids for freedom, the intro videos, what people are saying. Also want to make sure that you know that on the bottom, if you created a campaign, your actual campaign shows up there, your physical campaign, folks. Now, look, here it is. We just announced this last week. If you have a campaign with an image, it will be customized to your mobile landing page. Doesn't get any better than that. People click on your actual image. They can do donations to your cause. They can do absolutely everything. This is so powerful, John. I do want you to put your little twist to that.
Well, that's it, Frank. Again, I'm not the techie. I jumped into my campaign in my back office. Within 2 minutes, I had done up my campaign, what I'm raising funds for. Doesn't matter what your campaign is. Maybe you're trying to raise funds just to pay this month's bills. Maybe you need a new car. Maybe you want to help somebody. Maybe you got a big dream, big project, a dream trip, whatever it is. Maybe you want to help a charity. Do up your campaign there. Put an image in there, save it. Boom, it's on your Impact landing page. Now, when you send your mobile landing page, When you send this to people now, they can click on it. They can see what you're raising funds for, and they can get excited about it, and they can see how serious you are. And on the next slide, Frank's going to show you, we've now added the donate button to this. So that means this is a sample campaign there he just had up there. When you set up your campaign, whatever your payment methods are set up in the top half of the payment methods section in your back office, those payment methods will appear here and people can donate to you there. So what that means now, Frank, 7 billion people can donate to whatever you're raising funds for. Because when you share your mobile landing page, if they want to become a member, fantastic. They can join, they can donate through the grids and be part of the whole process and receive donations themselves. If they don't want to be a member and they like your campaign, they can donate to you through your payment methods. Phenomenal what's going on.
You bet, John. Either or, they don't have to be a member, or they do. So the donate button, like John said, it's the top half that people will be able to, top half that of your actual payment methods will show up here, with exception of PayPal. PayPal has it in terms and conditions that they don't want us to use their logo, so it's not a problem. We won't. And again, you can still use for doing the peer-to-peer donations. All right. Another quick thing I want to just share. If you actually have a fixed address with Bitcoin and Dash, you can get it to show up on your pages, or you don't. You say yes or no to it. If you play around with it, put your finger on it. These are for your actual addresses. It's a one-way just to receive. It's just very, very powerful, folks. Please get familiar with that, and I think you'll love it. All right, John, we keep expanding. We got 2 great leaders there, Duncan Woods and Colin in the UK, that are doing live presentations on a weekly basis. We have 2 recorded in our back office under resources. We have the PowerPoints there that they do, and we have the recorded calls. Plus, you can go see them live and support them, folks. Take a picture of this. Support these 2 guys. Great, great leaders doing great presentations. Back to you, John.
Yeah, they're 2 of the best, that's for sure, Frank. Duncan and Colin, phenomenal presenters. You know, if you get your people on the short little videos and then jump them onto one of these live presentations, you're going to see results and you're going to see action. These guys know how to lay it out. And in your back office, you also have recordings of their presentations. So they are just phenomenal guys. Take advantage of the resource. So Frank, what I'm going to do, we've got a couple guest speakers to just share quick, what they're so excited about with Impact 101, how they're building their global teams. Let's bring them on. First, we're going to go to the UK. We've got Julie Badger on. Julie, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
We can hear you great. Could you take a couple minutes and just share with us?
Yeah, of course I can. Yeah, it's happened really quick for me. I was sent a text in a conventional way by a contact that I'd had in my Facebook pages for quite a few years. And basically I looked at it. I'd never even heard of crowdfunding, even though I'd been around the networking arena for quite a lot of years. It had never even come onto my radar. Obviously, I took a look at it, and because of the credibility of the person that sent it to me, I signed up, and then really wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, because I come from the health industry. That's where I'm currently making my living. And then the next night I had a couple of girlfriends round, and they just happened to be talking about funding, and it was like ka-ching, we were all she was getting ready for a big conference, an event that she was doing for International Women's Day. I talked to her about funding, and from then it's absolutely snowballed. And the thing that I've noticed, if you like, as a networker that's been around, that we're not only bringing networking type people in, we're bringing normal non-networkers in, and they're sort of seeing it for the first time, and it's really nice to see how they're progressing. And then last week I was very fortunate to bring in a really smart person who's got a completely different approach, and his attitude is that everybody should come in with 5 packs, and that is what he is manifesting, and that's happened twice so far this week. So I'm really blessed to have such a diverse range of people that are coming in, and something is actually happening and working. And currently donations are overtaking my health business, which probably proves that everybody wants money. So I'll be sticking with this.
All right, great stuff, Julie. That's awesome. That's a great story. Let me ask you one quick question. How important are the videos for you in being able to just let people see it and cut down on the explaining that you need to do?
Yeah, I think they're very important. Sometimes people are a little bit crafty and don't watch all the videos. They probably watch the first one and think they've got it. And I was a victim to that myself, because sometimes you just think you know it all, but we actually don't, because the videos are really, really good tools. And, you know, I've had to up my game in the last sort of 7 to 10 days, and I've really gone through the website and absolutely everything. I should have done that to start with, but, you know, it's like everything, you're just not sure, are you? But if I had to give a golden nugget away, would be to spend a couple of hours and just go through absolutely everything, because we've got a system, but nobody knows how to work the system unless they actually go through it. And it's a bit like that old story of learning to drive the car. We can't do it to start with, and all of a sudden 6 months later we don't realise that we're changing gear and doing what we're doing. So I think it's just that bit of groundwork to start with.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for sharing, Julie. We're happy to have you on the team. Great job.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let's stay in the UK. We've got Martin Brady there, who is just doing a phenomenal job. Real excited guy. Martin, can you come on, share what's got you cranked up here?
Hi, John. Yes, thank you very much for inviting me on the call. My first thing I must say is a great big thanks to Frank and Hans for such a superb system. I'm really quite a simple person, and I like the simplicity of this program. It certainly takes, it does take a little bit of getting your head around it first of all, but when you understand how it works, you realize how simple it is. We've basically got a cooperative program here because everybody in the system is helping each other. I've had people ask me, well, what are we donating to? Well, you're donating initially to the person that invited you into the system, but you're also donating into somebody who's already a member. And it doesn't matter what they're raising funds for. The point is they are a team member, and this is a team business. We're here to help each other. Where you start is important. It was interesting listening to Julie because some people can only join at the first level in the first grid, and I understand that. You might just want to dip your toe in at the first grid just to see what it's about. But if you really have got a bit of confidence, you'll go in with more grids. And you know, some people will go in all the way, but I would advise you to at least try and get in at 3 or 4 grids, because receiving $20 is one thing, but once you start receiving $75 or $150, it means a whole lot more. I think that confidence will grow this. Do as Julie said, do spend a bit of time going through the back office, because if you understand how to administer the business, it's so much easier to share it with new people.
All right, excellent, Martin. Really appreciate it. Great tips there. You're doing a fantastic job. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to move on to a few tips. I apologize. The lawn crew just showed up here and fired up their equipment. It's the joys of a home-based business. So if you hear a little noise in the background, that's the way it goes. Here's a few tips to help you get very efficient in what you're doing. On the send donation page, you have 6 boxes up at the top, the arrow system. Make absolutely sure that you go right across and do each of those steps, particularly number 4. Enter the proof of donation made. That's what lets the system know and the other person know that you've sent that donation. So go through it and be very meticulous with it. Teach that to your people. It's real simple. Okay, under the blue videos button and also the resources in the back office, we have all the resources and videos you'll ever need. All the language videos are right there. All of the support videos are right there. It's all right there for you to take advantage of. We've got little support videos throughout the site to help people with each step that they need to make. We've got one when they sign up. There you see it, how to join video. We've got it when they're choosing their grids, when they're setting up their payments settings, when they're sending donations. All of these support videos, understand what we do. We just direct the traffic. We never have to explain anything ourselves because all the tools are in place. Get good at being a traffic cop. You'll see the results you're looking for. Our Facebook group, phenomenal group that has come together from leaders and members all over the world. If you're not a member, make sure you become a member of this so that you can plug into all the tips, plug into the community, plug into the movement that's happening. On your dashboard, we always talk about this. This is the nerve center of your whole platform. Okay, so right across the very bottom, 6 important boxes. When those boxes are lit up in orange, it means you need to do something. You can see donation to send, lit up in orange. Number 1, click on it. Go send that donation. Get it done right away. You can see on the far right, the unread messages. This is how we communicate to you, give you all the tools that, instantly, and all of the updates. So you want to plug into that. You want them all to be zeros except for the active personals box. You want a big number there. The more people you invite, the more people that are following you. Okay, next step, as you know, we've got 8 grids. We talked about it, 8 different donation streams. The more donation streams you have, the more donations you receive. Now, that's not to put pressure on anybody. You know your situation the best. Get started wherever your comfort level is. Work your way up from there. Your end goal should be to be all 8 grids, however long it takes you to get there, so that you have all 8 donation streams working for you, because you do the exact same amount of work. You might as well receive 8 streams instead of 1. Okay, I want to announce this Saturday, we've got our global building training call. I learned a long time ago in this industry, if you find someone who's successful and you can find out what they're doing, all you need to do is copy it and you'll get similar results. Well, we found the people and they're going to share it with you this Saturday. From the UK, we've got Mel Baxter-Smith and Duncan Wood. From the US, we have Earl Cox. And from Canada, we have Joe Muhammad. This call is happening 1 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, which is 6 p.m. UK. Plug in, plug your team in, copy what you hear. You're going to have enormous success. Last thing I always like to close with, it's always, if you're looking to build something big, it's much easier to do it fast than it is to do it slow. We encourage everyone, go on a 90-day blitz. You get into a rhythm, you get into a routine, and things happen quickly. You can jump your team and your platform ahead years by going on a 90-day blitz. So just jump into your back office, go to the System for Success. You'll have all the information there on the 90-day blitz. So with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the call. We're going to take a couple questions once we shut off the recording, but let's keep it simple, everybody. Let's think global. Let's use the tools, and let's go impact some people. Have fun, everybody. Thanks for being on the call. Okay, we're still live here. If anybody's got any questions, Frank, we're always happy to address them.
I've got one right here. I was waiting for a donation to clear PayPal. While waiting, I reached out to the person to let them know. They responded, okay. I went into the PayPal today and they canceled their donation. What do I do in the back office? Just send in a support ticket in, Cliff, and we'll take a look at it and investigate it, okay? Best thing to do if you're not sure about things is put a support ticket, and you'll get responded in most cases within 6 hours.
Yeah, and I always encourage people, Frank, wait till the funds hit your account and then hit the confirm button. It just makes it real simple.
100%. That's one thing. There's some people that have jumped the gun and confirmed things, and then they go, well, what do we do now? Well, it's a peer-to-peer. There's nothing that the company could do. You've confirmed it. Everything's been gone through. Now what? So just please make sure you don't hit the confirm button until you receive the funds. All right. I don't really see anything here, John. I'm just trying to go through the questions here. And
okay, well, let me break this down in 1 minute or less, Frank, how we do this, because it's all about simple. I'm a simple farm boy. Remember, I'm not the techie. Here's what we do. We reach out to as many people as we possibly can. Have you got 3 minutes to see something spectacular? Have you got 3 minutes to see how a lot of people are receiving a lot of funds? Have you got 3 minutes to see something that could change your life? They've either got 3 minutes or they don't. If they don't, I'm gone like a scared rabbit. If they do, I'm exposing them to the video. I explain nothing. When they come out of that video, you've either got their interest or you don't. If you've got their interest, we move them to the next video, the 3 Grits to Freedom plan. Now they're seeing a game plan. They're starting to see how they can make this work. Then a lot of times at that point, we'll jump on a 3-way call, answer a couple questions, make the picture clearer. They walk away, they realize not only is this very large, but they can do what we just did. And guess what? They can do it. They can do it right away. And because we're peer-to-peer, you know what that means? They can be receiving donations today. That's all we do, folks. You do that a bunch, you're going to get great results. Any last questions, Frank?
Yeah, I got a couple more things. Does the mobile landing page work on iPhones? 100%. They work on iPhones, tablets. It's just a URL, guys. Now, we have, if you go into the resources, there's a document there on how you could share your mobile landing page with an iPhone. I just did a video because I have an Android. I hope to use I'll probably try to do one with an iPhone. My wife's got one. I'll try to do one to make it easier. Some people like to see it visual. I've got a way of mirroring my phone with the Zoom, so I'll try to do a quick video for that. Also, there was another question about an image not showing up on a campaign. I want you to know if your image is way too big, 10 megabytes or whatever, it may not show up. So what you got to do is just get another image. But I want to make sure you understand that once you have to upload the image, you put the image out there, hit upload, and then save the changes. Just make sure you do those steps and you'll have no issues. So just try another image, try the same one, check those steps out. That's it for now, John. We've had some great compliments. Everybody's really, really excited. One more here, I guess. On the V card, could we have our country showing rather than our home address? Well, personally, on the V card, I just want to tell you right now, on my V card, I say I don't want the address. I don't want the address to show up at all. So basically, on your V card, you have buttons to control. Those are mainly, the reason we have addresses are mainly for businesses because we were selling our mobile landing pages for businesses. I'd highly recommend that you don't have anything to do with your actual home address, okay, and just state that it's only going to be your phone and email that shows up. I hope that makes sense, Julie. I would turn that home address button off, and you can control it, and I would not have it, have it out there.
Well, Frank, the name of the company is Impact101. What we do is impact people around the world. This past 7 days, we impacted people with $1.7 million plus in donations. That is making an impact. We are changing people's lives. When you plug in with that movement, when you understand what we're doing, and you understand what part of the growth curve we're at right now, and what you need to do to reach out and share this with the people that you care most about and help impact them, things are going to change for you, for everybody you care about, and you're going to get to where you want to be. So with that, have an awesome day, everybody. Great to have you on the call.